Buffalo Bills are eyeing up these Senior Bowl standouts. On this first play, we could see Ladd McConkey, a wide receiver. Look at the route running here, the separation, doing a great job, even throwing a stiff arm late run after catch. There's another route by Ladd McConkey. Look at the separation, getting the defensive back has turned around. I mean, look at the route running here. Just great overall wide receiver. Bad throw, but still. Here's a clip going back to practice, and you could see some notes after the Senior Bowl game that a lot of the cornerbacks turned heads, and they played very well. So seeing these wide receivers do good against these top-notch cornerbacks coming out in this league just proves to you how talented Ladd McConkey and these other wide receivers are. See a linebacker here, Gray, getting involved. Batted ball, incomplete pass. Here we have James Dub Williams, a safety, and if Micah Hyde is not going to go, look at the pursuit here. Great tackle, doing a great job. Also playing at Miami, maybe has a relationship there with Greg Rousseau. Here's Luke McCaffrey, a wide receiver that we all know is related to Christian McCaffrey. Pedigree there is tremendous. I really believe Luke McCaffrey offering an interior route running, just doing such a great job. One-handed grab, could definitely come in here and contribute for the Buffalo Bills. Who knows, maybe the Bills are interested in a running back. We had Ty Johnson, James Cook, but we're without Latavius Murray. We're without possibly Nyheim Hines and Leonard Fournette, right? And all the other players that we brought in here. And fortunately, we saw a bunch of running backs actually do fairly well. Here we have a jump ball situation in the back of the end zone here with Marcus Roseme catching that ball, going way up, winning those 50-50 jump balls. You know, something that we were discussing here that does not really fit Stefon Diggs' body type and skill set. Maybe this is the opposite type wide receiver that the Buffalo Bills need instead of Stefon Diggs, offering a different body type, a different skill set for this Joe Brady-led offense. So it wasn't a high-scoring game by any means, 16-7, but we can definitely draw a lot of conclusions here, and this article will break down the top performers from the Senior Bowl game. Not so much practice, but Rattler obviously winning MVP, doing a great job, throwing a 29-yard touchdown pass to that Marcus Roseme, Jack Saint, and I think that was just a great overall throw. Jack Saint is still a tall, long wide receiver that can come in here and contribute for the Buffalo Bills. Another quarterback that did well was Oregon's Bo Nix, who threw a touchdown pass to Minnesota tight end Brayvon Spain-Ford. And let's not forget, Dalton Kincaid played in the Reeses Senior Bowl last year. Zay Jones played in the Reeses Senior Bowl. A lot of the Buffalo Bills' top draft picks come from the Reeses Senior Bowl. My previous video, I said we really can't discount another tight end. Maybe not in the first round or second round, but losing Quentin Morris, using 6 offensive lineman sets last year, maybe having a big, strong tight end like we saw from Darnell Washington last year that could be as an extension of this offensive line. Bills could very well still be eyeing up tight end. This article states the defensive backs really turned head, which is good news for the Bills, because if the defensive backs were playing very well, we can kind of look at the wide receivers that balled out during practice week as well as the game and understand that they went against top-notch competition. Like, they're going to know what to expect getting into the NFL. There were some diving interceptions, one of which from a safety, Micah Hyde. Don't forget, Evan Williams nabbed the first one in the second quarter, and he really extended and caught the ball. As Williams, it was a heck of a play by the safety who showed off his coverage ability in practice versus tight ends and running backs. Something that this safety will definitely have to be forced to do with the Buffalo Bills. The second diving pick was even more prolific. Washington State's Chua Smith-Wade dove and caught Milton's overthrow, and this was on kind of a deep route. He is a cornerback, but just great athletic move, keeping up with the wide receiver and catching the ball. Georgia's safety, Tyke Smith, also had a strong showing and a good overall round game. He made several nice plays, including a breakup and a deep pass, and also in the first quarter, 1 of 3 pass breakups that Smith made. Smith also made a great tackle on a running play against running back. My previous video, we were talking about defensive lineman Fiske. He balled out all week long. Braden Fiske during practice as well as the game. A lot of scouts are getting very, very high on him, including Daniel Jeremiah. It says here, because the national team was short on defensive linemen, he opted to swap teams and play on both teams. And, number one, some players don't even want to play in the Senior Bowl, and this kid comes out and he's playing on both teams to make a name for himself. I know Sean McDermott and the Bills are going to love that. Fiske made 4 tackles, 1.5 for losses. He had a half a sack and a pressure that led to an incomplete pass. He made a hustle play to tackle Amani Bailey from behind, made 2 quality run stops close to the line of scrimmage, and nearly took down Joe Middleton III for a safety in the 4th quarter. Not having Daquan Jones, Linval Joseph, Jordan Phillips, this would be a perfect supplement to bring in here to the Buffalo Bills, especially when we have some cap issues. Getting him here on a rookie contract would definitely help things out. Running backs actually performed well. Now, we really only have James Cook on this roster. Ty Johnson is there, but Latavius Murray, Nyheim Hines, really, we don't know. Damian Harris was brought here too on a 1-year deal. Leonard Fournette was already let go. So will the Buffalo Bills consider running back? There's a bunch of them here that played very well. At only 5'7", 208 pounds, Bailey showed off his power through contact, but for running for 53 yards on 10 carries. South Dakota's Isaiah Davis, who also had a solid showing this week, had a 20-yard run, and running back Kimani Vidal ripped off a 23-yard. We already spoke about it. McCaffrey was among the standouts here offensively. He is the brother to running back Christian McCaffrey, but he is a wide receiver, and he nabbed a bunch of different catches. He had 2 really nice ones. He made one-handed stab for 13 yards, a 15-yard catch, and a 5-yard run. He also added a 20-yard punt return, showing the added value that he could bring to an NFL team. The Bills decide to part ways with Deontay Hardy, saving some money and bringing in a young McCaffrey here that could completely ball out on offense, on special teams. 2 offensive linemen did well too, Tanner Bortolani, also Christian Haynes. They deserve praise for their blocking abilities. Both played guard spots and took some snaps at center, something that I discussed in previous videos here too, that we need someone to back up Mitch Morris. Having an interior swing offensive lineman would be huge in case Mitch Morris does go down. And plus, we need to build for our future. Mitch Morris is definitely getting up in age, and both these players did very well. Also, 2 defenders that really played well was linebacker Cedric Gray in pass coverage and Kentucky linebacker Trayvon Wallace. Both of them played very well. Gray tied the game for 7 tackles and broke up 2 passes in the second half, nearly intercepting both of them. Wallace set an early tone by racking up 6 total tackles, including 3 within the line of scrimmage. So these standouts are starting to rise. Scouts are starting to drool. The NFL Combine is going to be next. The Buffalo Bills have a ton of options here, whether it's wide receiver, whether it's defensive line, it's safety. We have some serious holes here that the Buffalo Bills need to fill for this upcoming season. This NFL Combine, I'm looking for speed. I'm looking for athleticism. I'm looking for quick steps. I'm looking just for an all-around, all-purpose type player for the Buffalo Bills, including the interviews. I think the interview, a lot of people don't spend time on. I love listening to each and every single one of these players to try to get an understanding of who they are and if they will be a fit in Buffalo. Well, I appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. That will signal to me to keep making videos just like this. Also, if you want to support me further, check the links in the description. We got the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch. We have a free introduction course to course careers. You guys could literally get hired almost immediately after passing this course and getting a certificate. They're directly tied to employers. That's how I found my full-time job. But I appreciate you guys all so much. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.